The Switch had some great games. Breath of the Wild, Splatoon, Sonic Mania, Kirby, but nothing's as good as Super Mario Odyssey. We haven't had an actual 3D Mario game in 7 years. But if we're talking about non-sequels, then it's been 10 years. Holy shizzit. Hey everybody, it's Seamless Plays, and today I'm reviewing Super Mario Odyssey, one of my favorite games of all time. And without further ado, let's go! I'm sorry, kill me. The game starts out with Bowser winning, and Mario falls to the ground and is dead. That's the game, everyone. First Paper Mario, now this. Thanks for watching. No, he's not really dead. He's not even damaged. Speaking of which, Mario doesn't take fall damage in this game. Hallelujah! He goes and talks to this hat named Cappy, whose sister named Tiara. Real creative, Nintendo. Gets kidnapped by Bowser as well. And then the game starts. Cappy gives you the power to possess, excuse me, capture other enemies. It's stupid that Nintendo refuses to use the word possess, but I forgive them, because it's a pun. Last chance though, Nintendo. I'll talk more about the capturing mechanic later. Bowser hired these 4 rabbits named the Brutals. Brutal. That's good, Nintendo. Bowser hired these 4 rabbits to try and take down Mario. Do you want to know how many times you need to fight these guys for 100%? Do ya? 14 times. 14 freaking times! Don't get me wrong, they're a fun fight, but that's just too much. In the game, you travel kingdom by kingdom, trying to bring peace to all of the lands that Bowser has raided. He stole things from each kingdom to help his wedding. He steals a ring, a cake, a soup, a hat, a flowers, and a lot more. It's really cool how you do that, actually. Once we get through all the kingdoms, you fight Bowser in one of the greatest Bowser fights ever. We'll be getting into that later. Overall, it's a good story for a Mario game. If we're not including the Mario and Luigi series, as well as Super Paper Mario, this has got to be the best story out of any Mario game to date. The story doesn't just boil down to save the princess and eat cake. How do you get to the places? A giant hat, of course. What else did you expect? You need these things called power moves to get across the world. They're like gasoline for the Odyssey. Right here I'll be naming off every kingdom what Bowser took from it. Cap Kingdom and Tiara, Sand Kingdom and a ring, Lake Kingdom and a wedding dress, Wooded Kingdom and flowers, Metro Kingdom and electricity, Snow Kingdom and a wedding cake, Seaside Kingdom and tasty water, and Luncheon Kingdom with stew. That's a lot of stuff. Also, Bowser's looking dapper as ever. Just look at him. Keep it up, man. These controls are the best controls in any video game ever. That's no exaggeration. These controls make water levels fun. That's right. They did the impossible. You can capture Cheep Cheep to make swimming controls a lot more fluid and easy. The camera is awesome. I think it's perfect. But one thing that ruined the controls for me are the motion controls. I'm not gonna go on for 25 minutes saying how much I hate them, but I will say that we didn't need them. For a homing cap throw, you need to shake the controller right after you throw Cappy. For a spin cap throw, you jerk the controller to the side. That's really annoying when you play the Switch undocked because it feels like it's about to break when you jerk it to the side. Both A and B jump, and both X and Y throw Cappy. Both ZL and ZR do the same thing. What it should have been was 1 Y was regular throw, 2 was homing, and 3 was spin. That would have made things so much easier. Well, enough complaining, let's go to the awesomeness of the controls. I feel like whatever I do in Mario Odyssey is perfect. Mario stops whenever I want him to. He moves at the rate what I want him to. It's awesome. Also with Cappy, Mario can do some awesome moves. You can long jump, throw Cappy, dive, throw Cappy, and then dive again for some awesome tactics for getting somewhere. The first kingdom you go 2 is the Cascade Kingdom. Here you're looking for the Odyssey, and holy crap, the rumors are true! When I saw this, almost as soon as I booted up the game, I was stoked! I capture that baby and find out that it's not that exciting. Look, I get it. T-Rex is awesome. I was stoked when I saw it in the trailers. But the controls are just wonky and you barely get to use it. The funnest moon to get that thing doesn't even involve you capturing him. I know that's just me, but the only reason I capture a T-Rex when I see one is because holy shit! I'm playing as a T-Rex in a Mario game! The sheer fact that you can play as a dinosaur is awesome! But captures better than the T-Rex are in the game. My personal favorite is the Tropical Wiggler. You can stretch across to places that were hard to reach. The Pokeo's fun, the Lava Bubble's fun, the Uproot's fun. Pretty much every capture in this game is extremely fun to play as. Sure, the Sherm can get annoying with the controls. Sure, the Hammer Bros are hard to aim. Sure, the Uproot stretching sounds like rubbing a balloon. But those don't really matter when it comes to the sheer fun that they bring. If the captures weren't in Super Mario Odyssey, this game wouldn't be nearly as fun. Like I said earlier, the Cheep Cheep makes swimming controls easy as can be. With all the pros that the captures bring, it doesn't make me care for the motion controls too much anymore. They just don't bother me as much as they should, because the whole game is extremely fun. The fact that the captures are great, cut down the motion controls sucks so much. It sounds like I'm ending the review off here, but I still have a lot to talk about. I'm not even done with this section. Another problem I have with the game is that it should have been bigger, with more kingdoms. I know it's a big game, but it could have made it bigger. Wanna know how I know? 5 save files. That cartridge can hold Super Mario Odyssey times 5. Oh well, I'm done complaining. Next section. Why is it that Mario has great music at times and okay ones at others? Now, you might probably know what I'm gonna say about Odyssey's music, but before you complain, just listen.
Here we go, off the rails, but you know it's time to raise our sails. It's freedom like you never knew. New bags, on the pass, say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You could say my life is off to you. Oh, we can zoom all the way to the moon of this great wide wacky world. Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah. It's time to jump up in the air. Jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will soar away.
Now will you listen? This isn't the best music in a Mario game, but it's still great. I personally think it's better than Galaxies, and that's saying a ton. That game's soundtrack is killer. Mario Odyssey soundtrack has music for everyone. Has your regular Mario music, some weird jazzy kind of music, some nice relaxing music. Some really intense music. and so much more. If you're in a kingdom and you go into one of the 2D sections, it starts playing a retro version of that song, which is freaking awesome. Plus, some of the songs are just so good. Just listen to the Sand Kingdom. Isn't it amazing? Oh dear lord, get ready for the copyright strikes. Listen to Peach's Castle remix. Listen to Cascade Kingdom. Listen to the Madame Brood boss theme. It's all so amazing. They are all masterpieces of music. Like I said, it's not the best Mario music, but it's still absolutely amazing. Now, there are songs I don't like. I don't like the ending song. It's just weird. That's actually the only song I don't like. Also, going away from the music, the sound effects are just so satisfying. Just listen to Mario walk. Listen to him bounce off Cappy. If Cappy's metal, it makes a metal sound. I love it. Now all they need is a remix of the Mario 64 credits. Then, my life will be complete. The graphics in Super Mario Odyssey are amazing! If you took out all of the characters, you wouldn't think it was a Mario game. You would think it was like Zelda or Xenoblade or something. Just look at the Cascade Kingdom! What is that in the background? Is it Sand Kingdom or Cap Kingdom? And is that the Cascade Kingdom through there? What's in between it? Just look at the water. So beautiful. I think the prettiest kingdom has got to be the Lake Kingdom. I mean, just look at it. Isn't it amazing? Look at the dress over the dome. It's the little details like that that just make this game. Also, the shine on the Odyssey is magnificent. But now, I want to talk about the different levels and just how awesome they are. There are 17 different kingdoms in Super Mario Odyssey. I'm going to be talking about each one and how visually amazing it is and how fun to play it. And how fun it is to play. You start out in the Cap Kingdom, not your usual first Mario level. Everything is black and white, has fog going everywhere. This is a place where it's an actual kingdom with people on it. When you're playing, you just think, these people's houses are destroyed. I need to help them. I've never felt that in a Mario game. Then we move on to my personal favorite kingdom, the Cascade Kingdom. Now this is your typical first Mario level. It has a beautiful waterfall and the giant dinosaur skeleton shooting it out. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just so fun to jump around in this kingdom. It has chain jumps around, which really makes it feel more ancient. Also, the boss here is amazing. You can capture a chain jump and shoot it towards a big fat bunny lady's face. It's a perfect first boss. Yes. First boss. Then you move on to the Sand Kingdom, which is absolutely massive. Here's where the levels take a turn. In the Sand Kingdom, Bowser is frozen over everything, so you need to go and beat the boss to melt it. There are little Mexicans roaming around, and I love it so much. The boss is this giant head that you need to capture the hands and shoot it towards his face. Wow, there are a lot of bosses where you hit them in the face, aren't there? Next, you can go to either the Lake Kingdom or the Wooded Kingdom. I usually go to the Lake Kingdom first. It's a giant lake with a big dome in the middle where you need to get their wedding dress back. Then there's the Wooded Kingdom, which is a giant forest inhabited by robots that like to water flowers. That right there just shows how creative this game is. The boss is that you capture an uproot and stretch yourself into this giant UFO. It's really fun. Then you get to the Cloud Kingdom, which is just where you fight Bowser. I'll get to Bowser in a second. Then you go to the Lost Kingdom, which is a giant tropical forest that you need to find your way out of. Then the Metro Kingdom, which is a giant city that Bowser took the electricity from. It's so fun to run around this kingdom whenever you want. The boss is a gigantic mechanical wiggler that you need to shoot with the Sherm capture. Also, the humans... Do you know what? We won't talk about the humans. Then it's the Sun Kingdom, which is my least favorite kingdom, where there's a giant blizzard going on in a little town underneath it. Then there's a Seaside Kingdom, which is a beach with a giant ocean that you get to swim around. There's a lot of awesome stuff in the water. The fight is a giant octopus where you capture a little octopus and spray water onto its head. It's really creative. Then there's a Luncheon Kingdom, which is your typical lava kingdom, except everything is food with the lava being, Pepto-Bismol? Yeah, sure. By the way, props to Nintendo. Making the lava world based around food? That's awesome! The boss is a retarded bird that you need to play as a lava bubble to swim up and attack him. Then there's a Ruined Kingdom, which is just a boss place, except this time you're fighting a King Dark Souls dragon! You jump onto his face and take things off. Then there's Bowser's Kingdom, which is awesome! It's a samurai kingdom with Japanese castles and everything. I love it! Can you guess who the boss is? It's these little faggots again. They're in a giant robot and you need to blow their legs up with bombs and climb them to peck them to death. It's my favorite boss fight in Mario Odyssey. Then you go to the Moon Kingdom, where everything is low gravity until you get to the core of the moon, where everything is insane with lava and enemies flying at you everywhere. Then you fight Bowser in the coolest way. He throws a hat with arms at you, and you need to put it on and punch him to death. We'll talk about the ending in a bit. Then you go to the Mushroom Kingdom, which brings back a ton of nostalgia from 64. That's all it is. Honestly, this is probably my favorite kingdom. Take back what I said about Cascade, I forgot this was a thing. In the Mushroom Kingdom, you can fight all the bosses in a harder difficulty. After that, there's the Dark Side of the Moon. That's just a boss refight place for the Brutals. Also, there are some harder versions of the levels. When I say harder, I mean harder! Then there's the Darker Side of the Moon. Absolutely stupid name, by the way. But the Darker Side is just a champion's road. It is so hard. That's the last moon I need in this game. I still haven't gotten it. It's really fun, though. And those are all the kingdoms. Overall, they're stupidly fun to play, insanely creative. By far the most creative Mario levels to date. Also, Dark Souls Dragon. More of this, Nintendo. More of this. In Super Mario Odyssey, there are these things called regional coins that are in each level. These are just known as purple coins. There are either 50 or 100 in each level. With these purple coins, you can buy clothes, stickers, and statues. I think that is genius. The clothes are awesome. You can change Cappy's look in Mario's clothes. It's so creative. There are 40 different costumes. But if Cappy can just change anytime he wants to, then why do we have to pay for the hats? My favorite costume has got to be the Sunshine costume. It's just so cool. I mean, other than the boxers, of course. Then there are the statues. Those are genius too. When you buy a statue, it gets put into your Odyssey. This makes me realize how much of a hoarder Mario is. Just look how much crap he has. A fish, a tower, a bowl, a f***ing dog? Then there are the stickers, which I think are the most genius of all. You can get stickers to put on your Odyssey, which stay there for the rest of your journey. That is awesome! Look how cool the Odyssey looks with all of them. It's so nice. You can also find yellow coins, which don't give you an extra life when you die. You actually don't have lives. Every time you die, you lose 10 coins. The coins are actually pretty important when it comes to completing this game. You need coins to buy a lot of the costumes. The main collectible for this game isn't shines or stars, but moons. I think there's supposed to be a reference of the 3-up moon from Mario World, but I could be wrong. Wanna know how many power moons are in this game? Do ya? 999. 999 f***ing power moons! Nintendo's a bitch. It's really satisfying to collect them, but Nintendo's just too generous with them. Most of them are, look here and prize! Now, I will admit that there are some really hard ones, like the Darker Side and the stupid one right here. But other than the darker side, which I haven't completed yet, these moons weren't too bad. All those things aside, let's talk about one of the best things about this game. Holy sh**! Luigi's Balloon World is so fun! It's adding content to the game for you to want to play longer. I suck at it. The only thing I don't like is that people always hide troll balloons. Luigi's Balloon World has you hiding balloons and finding them. When you hide them, other people play it. If the other people fail, you get money. If your balloon gets popped, you need to hide it again if you want to earn coins. When you find other people's balloons, you get coins for that too. It's just an endless loop that makes you want to keep playing the game. Overall, it's just way too much fun. Also, Luigi, still waiting for the day when he can be playable. Come on, Nintendo. We're waiting. The ending of Super Mario Odyssey was fantastic. You captured Bowser and destroyed the core of the moon. Once you go back onto the surface, both Mario and Bowser propose to Peach, and she rejects both of them. All of that work put into rescuing her, and she's a little about it. Overall, Super Mario Odyssey was a fantastic game. It had wonderful graphics, good story, great music, just amazing everything. Super Mario Odyssey was an absolute blast to play. That's why it gets a perfect score of 17 kingdoms out of 17. Hey guys, thanks for watching. In the description you can find my Twitter and my next upcoming live stream. And if you want more videos like this, to the left you can find my top 10 Kirby compatibilities, and to the right you can find my Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild review. And if you click my face, you can click the subscribe button. It'll really help me out. And yeah, tell me in the comments what reviews I should do, and I'll see you guys later.